Hey guys, what's up? What's going on? Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is another pick a card reading for you guys, all about what is happening next in your guys' love lives. I thought this would be perfect for Valentine's Day since it is Valentine's Day today, and happy Valentine's Day for all of you guys out there watching this video. Maybe it's not Valentine's Day when you guys are watching this, but it's Valentine's Day when I'm filming this, so happy Valentine's Day, guys. This one, yeah, is all about what's happening next in your guys' love lives. I do want to mention that my cameras, like the microphone that I used before, it ran out of battery, and so I'm using my camera microphone for this, so if the audio is not as great as normal, that is why, just so you guys know. But right when I get a new battery for my microphone, we'll be back to the good quality audio. But yeah, if you guys are new to pick a card reading, so I'm going to give you guys a quick little rundown of how it works. So basically, this is pile number 1, this is pile number 2, this is pile number 3, this is pile number 4, and this is pile number 5. So take a moment to find out which pile calls to you the most. You can pause the video if you'd like, and then I'll have timestamps linked down below once you guys pick your card, and you can skip ahead right to that timestamp of that card to watch your specific reading. So that's basically how it works. Without further ado, let's hop right into this video, starting now. Alright, so pile number 1, let's find out what is going to happen next in your guys' love lives. What's the next exciting thing that's going to happen for you in love? Alright, so pile number 1, we start off with the Ace of Cups here. This is something new happening. This is something new coming in. And if you guys are in a relationship, it can be taking your relationship to the next level. Or if you guys are not in a relationship, it can be a new thing coming up, a new thing starting. And when we have the Knight of Swords right beside it, this talks about something coming in very quickly. So somebody asking you out on a date, but it's coming in really fast. So it's going to come in fast, probably unexpectedly, and they're probably going to be a romantic person since it is beside the Queen of Cups. So this is somebody who likes to romance people, maybe like love letters or like really candlelit dinners, like fancy romantic kind of stuff, like the stuff that you see in rom-coms basically. But there might be like a little bit of hesitation from you guys about moving forward, because if you guys are the Queen of Cups type of personality, and this is like the Knight of Swords coming in, it can be a little bit like maybe they're moving too quickly, maybe they're moving too fast, and you like to have more of an emotional connection, but maybe you can't quite have an emotional connection because things are just, you know, so new and so quick. And it's just talking about go with it. Don't say no, because it has the potential to be something, and you have the potential to create that emotional connection, but maybe you just won't feel it right away. Maybe you might be hesitant, like, oh, I don't know, it just came in so fast, I don't know. But just go with it, have fun, take them up on it. But it's coming really quickly, really unexpectedly, and if you guys are in a relationship, it's taking it to the new next level, but really quickly, really unexpectedly, like, and it's going to be a surprise, and it's going to be really romantic, just so you guys know. Then we also have the mutable moon. Nothing is yet set in stone. So if you guys are single and this is like a new sort of like date kind of coming in, nothing's yet set in stone. So it could potentially blossom into a full-on relationship. It could potentially be something, but nothing's yet set in stone. So it's what you manifest out of this situation. Also, if you guys are in a relationship and you're moving on to the next level, I'm sorry, I'm just realizing I'm talking so fast, but nothing is yet set in stone. It can go any way you want it. So just take this time to like visualize and write affirmations and visualize how you want this to go and what you want to happen. So those are the messages I'm kind of getting. Then we also have grace and gratitude. Through gratitude, joy expands. And so I feel like you guys are a very like graceful type of person and a personality, and you attract really amazing situations to you based on like the type of person that you are, but also handle everything with grace. So if you are single and you have this like Knight of Swords person coming in who's really quick, really spontaneous, and might want to move things really fast, just handle it with grace. Handle it with your own prowess. Is that the word that I'm looking for? I don't know. But just handle it with, you know, your just lovely energy, and add that wonderful energy to it. And if it's something that, you know, maybe you don't normally move this fast, you don't have to like be in a relationship the next day or anything. This is just talking about like you might be asked out on a date, and just take it up, just go on it, do it. And then we also have soul family. By the way, this date is going to be really romantic, just so you guys know. Even though it comes in really quickly, this is like a romantic person for sure. But then with the soul family, call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. So just know that like if you're feeling hesitant about something, ask your family, ask your friends, ask for their advice, what they would do, and hear what they have to say, because maybe you might be a little bit confused because it's coming in so quickly that you almost get emotionally confused, because you know you're an emotional person, you like to have that emotional connection. And if it's something that's unexpected for you, because usually with your emotion, you're very intuitive, you know when things are coming. But this one kind of like looks like it's going to catch you off guard. And ask advice and stuff from family and friends, and just know that there's a good outcome here. There's a really good outcome, just so you guys know. We also have the flirt card. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. So just flirt, just have fun with this, enjoy yourself. This looks like something that could be really, really fun, but maybe it's just like a little bit too fast for you, but that's totally okay. Have fun with it. It looks like it's gonna go in a really, really amazing outcome. So just flirt, enjoy yourself, and have an amazing time. Whether you're single or in a relationship, whichever way it's going, enjoy it and flirt and just like be romantic and have fun. So that's what I'm saying for you guys, pile number 1. Hope that made sense to you guys, and good luck, because that sounds really, really exciting. All right, moving on to pile number 2. Let's find out what's happening next for you guys in love, what's gonna happen, and what's gonna go on. Alright, so pile number 2, we start off here with the Knight of Pentacles. And so when we have this card, this talks about, wanting to take things slow, wanting to move things slowly, or maybe things are happening a little bit too slowly for you right now, and you just feel like, okay, when's the next fun thing going to come up? Maybe life feels a little bit mundane and boring right now, and or maybe you just like to take things slowly. It can go both ways. Again, it's a general reading, so there's multiple messages that I'm going to be kind of seeing here. So that's kind of what I'm feeling from that. But then we also have the Knight of Wands right here. So this is like something coming in quickly, but it's like spontaneous and fun, and maybe it's something that catches you off guard, because we also have the Page of Swords. And so maybe it's like somebody who is like, hey, come with me on an adventure, let's go do this. And maybe you like to move things slowly. Maybe they're like, they want to get you in bed on the first night, because the Knight of Wands is somebody who probably wants to get you in bed on the first night. And if you're a slow mover, you're not really down for that. And so you might be turning them down with this Page of Swords being like, no, I'm not popping into your house tonight after you just bought me dinner. Like, I take things slower than that. And then maybe they're just like, what? You're not coming to my house after? You don't want to come inside? Like, what? They might be a little bit shocked, because there's somebody who's like really passionate and really fiery and really just like, let's do this. And maybe you're somebody who's like, whoa, I like to take things slow, let's wait a little while. And you might have some kind of like conflicting ideas with the Page of Swords. It's kind of like conflicting thoughts, and like having to express your thoughts and having to express your truth and stuff like that, and using your intellectual skills and not trying to like hurt somebody, but still being like, hey, like, nope, not gonna go in your bed on the first night type of thing. So I think you might meet somebody or go out on a date, and maybe you want to take things a little bit slower, or maybe you just feel like things are a little bit boring right now, but then you have somebody coming in that's gonna just like spark kind of like your attention and stuff. But maybe it's like you're so used to things being a bit slower that you're like, whoa, it's too much all at once type of feeling. Then we also have the full moon in Scorpio. It's time to release negativity. So maybe also the reason why you like to take things slow is because of things that you've experienced in the past, or just your own core values, and just, I don't know, stuff that you've gone through, stuff that you've seen friends go through. And so release negativity. Don't be negative about situations. Don't feel like, if I go and spend the night at so-and-so's house, like, it's all of a sudden gonna be horrible. It doesn't mean that. I'm not also telling you guys to go and do that. Like, of course, keep your own morals and stuff, but do what your heart is telling you, and just don't be negative about things. Of course, keep your values, though. Always keep the values, but just be more, what's the word I'm looking for? Just don't have negativity with it. Do everything you do with love, in light, and purity. Let go of any past hurt that might be associated with it. Let go of negative expectations. Don't ever have negative expectations of anything, and just heal those parts of yourself that might tend to have that just because of past experiences. Then we also have Wondrous Universe, walk in beauty. And so just do everything you do with beauty, which is exactly what I was talking about. So do everything you do in positivity, be optimistic, and just enjoy yourself. Have your values, but be positive and optimistic about life. So this is what this is talking about. Walk in beauty, walk in that grace, walk in that beautiful energy that you are, because you do have a beautiful energy. And just let go of any negative stuff that might be following you from a past event or a past situation. And then we also have birthing a new age, birthing new creation, streaming a new world into being. And so with this card, this is talking about, open up a new age within yourself. So let go of any negative thought patterns, let go of any just things that might follow you that you don't want to create, because our inner energy always creates our outer world, and people that we meet reflect our inner blockages and stuff. And you'll notice that people trigger you in certain ways, and that's pointing out where you have certain blocks and where you have certain things that you might need to work on. It might point out your fears, where your fears lie. But when we have certain fears about things, that can actually manifest just because we have that fear, and whatever we feel on the inside reflects on the outside. So eradicate fears from your life. Let go of negative energy. Let go of pessimism or anything like that, or expecting negative outcomes. Let go of that stuff. Otherwise, you're going to experience it. So just let that go and only focus on the things that you want to create, and birth this new age within yourself of this new energy. Like, how do you want to be? What do you want to experience? What do you want to expect? And hold that energy instead of holding the energy of what you don't want to create. Hold the energy of what you want to create instead, and that will actually bring that situation to you rather than bringing the opposite, if that makes sense. Because there's two sides of the same spectrum. Because if you have these values and all this stuff and all these desires and wants, don't focus on the negative of like what you don't want to create. Don't focus on the opposite of what you want to create, if that makes sense. Because a lot of us have a tendency to do that. If we want to create something, then we focus on what we don't want instead of focusing on what we do want, even though it's part of the same like whole, if that makes sense. Because if we desire this, obviously we don't want that. But instead of focus on that, let's focus on this, because that way we're walking in this direction and not walking in that direction. Does that make sense? So birth this new age of focusing on what you do want, and you'll notice that your whole outer world changes because of that, and you'll attract people that you want. You'll attract situations that you want. You won't have to be put in awkward situations, basically. Then we also have pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you, which is also exactly what I'm talking about. So if we're focused on the pessimistic side, if we're focused on the things that we don't want, we're going to be creating that, and then red flags will pop up showing us like, this is what you're focusing on, these are your fears, these are this. Let all that stuff go, and instead focus on the positive of what could be. Of course, there's always like cautionary things, but we don't need to focus on that. We can focus on what could be, and then we're actually walking in that direction instead. So notice when red flags pop up, it'll be reminding you what you're creating. So focus on the opposite, and that's what I'm seeing for you guys and what you're going to be learning next in your guys' love lives. So that's what I'm seeing for you, pile number 2. I hope it makes sense, and I hope that helps out. All right, moving on to pile number 3. Let's find out what's happening next in your guys' love lives and what's going to be happening for you guys. And what to expect, I guess. All right, so I feel like for you guys, pile number 3, it's time to focus on friends, because we have the 3 of Cups right here, and this is always just going out and like, not necessarily like partying, not in a negative way, but partying in a really productive way of like just being with friends and just having a good time, enjoying yourself and your time with your friends. So enjoy time with people that are close to you. That also talks a lot about it in this card, the 10 of Pentacles. This is more surrounded around family, but it can also be just close friends that just feel like family to you, and also your family as well. And just enjoying your time with the people that mean the most to you. Enjoy time with family, enjoy time with friends, enjoy time with the people that you just love to be around, and also enjoy, like, just bask in your own success and enjoy your own success, enjoy your own time, and share that love and abundance with others. And we also have the Queen of Pentacles. This is somebody who's a strong, independent woman who don't need no man, or a strong, independent man who don't need no woman. So it can go both ways. But the Queen of Pentacles here, this talks about you needing to find your core and enjoying yourself. So what this pile's talking about, maybe you're single right now, or even if you're not single and you're in a relationship, this is a time to really just it's time to focus on the things that make you happy, things that build you up, and getting your ducks in a row, getting your foundation put together, and just enjoying yourself and your desires and making your goals happen, focusing on yourself. So I feel like right now is the time to focus on you and get your foundation in order and find who you are. I don't know if you've ever been through anything in the past or something, but it's about, like, right now you need to focus on you. So it's all about focusing on you, and that's what's next happening in your love life. But it doesn't look like you're going to be alone. You're going to be surrounded by friends and family and having like a jolly good time. Let's just put it that way. Like, you're going to be having an amazing, amazing time. But it looks like it's all about focusing on you right now, though. Focusing on you and just enjoying yourself surrounded by good people that you love. Then we also have the new moon, a new start is coming. I feel like right when you kind of get into this place where you find yourself again, because Queen of Pentacles, this is all about finding yourself, creating that solid foundation, that perfect like harmony and balance within yourself. And then I feel like you're gonna have this new start right when you like find that. And right when you find exactly who you are and you have this perfect solid foundation, then you're ready for the next step. Then you're ready for that romance to come into your life and that perfect relationship. You finally have everything set in order to have that perfect relationship. We also have choosing your path. All is possible. And so right now, literally anything is possible. I feel like you have such good cards here that you can really create anything right now. You can go and have a good time. You can go on dates. You can go and find the love of your life. But do you want to find him when you're absolutely perfectly prepared and healed from everything else? Or do you want to find him in the middle of doing all of that? It's all up to you, but all is possible though. And I feel like it's best to have them come right when you've figured out all your stuff. And I feel like that's when they will come. And that's when you'll find like your person, your soulmate is right when you have all those ducks in order. Or maybe even if you're in a relationship, it's just talking about having a sense of newness right when you find yourself and you figure yourself out. And then your relationship will take on this new sort of like vibe and this new energy that you've been like waiting for and wanting. Then we also have leap. You go first. The universe will catch you. And so just leap into this like being single, or if you're in a relationship, leap into this energy of focusing on you, focusing on your friends and having a good time and just filling up your cup and balancing out the things that you need and figuring out yourself. And leap right into that. Just dive right in and enjoy it. And then right when this new start comes, leap into it and enjoy it because you deserve it. You deserve all the good things in this world. And then we also have our last card is deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. So I don't know if you've been in a relationship before where something kind of like negative happened, and that's kind of the vibes I'm getting, which is why you're supposed to be focusing on you right now, because maybe, you know, somebody deceived you, or maybe you gave a little bit too much of yourself to somebody, and now it's time to focus on you and give yourself time instead of giving your time away to somebody else right now. I think it's time to heal yourself, get in that perfect balance, focus on you and your goals and make those things happen so that you can be perfectly ready for a new relationship, one that doesn't cause stuff like this and doesn't cause deception. It's time to heal from that and just enjoy your time and yourself. So that's what I'm feeling for you guys. Pile number 3. I hope that made sense. All right, moving on to pile number 4. Let's find out what is coming for you in your love life. What's next in your love life? All right, so we start off with the Ace of Wands right here. And so this is something new coming in. This is like a passion. This is like a fire. This is like the lust of something coming in to your life, and you feel really like, it's not necessarily like the emotional lovey-dovey like romance. This is more like the lust and the passion and the fire and like, you know, stuff like that. So if you guys catch my drift, that's I feel like what's coming for you guys, and something that's gonna spark up pretty soon since it is there, and that's like a new beginning of something. So I feel like if you guys are single, you might have an opportunity coming your way, or you might just be seeking and waiting, because we do have the 9 of Wands, and this talks about waiting, and you've been through a lot already. You've been through all these different people, and they didn't work out, and it ended up in battles, and you've been scarred, bruised, and, you know, hurt, but you've gotten through it. You've totally gotten through it, and now you know what you want. You're waiting for the perfect person, because the Ace of Wands is somebody who, like, totally gets you going. It's like somebody who just gets that passion and that lust and that, like, it's somebody you're super attracted to. So you're waiting for somebody that is going to just like create those butterflies and that spark and that like wow factor when you are around them, and you're waiting for that. You know that you want that. You've had all these different situations before. You've seen it all, and you just know what you want now. You know what you want, you're prepared. Maybe you even have a lot of options right now, because with the 9 of Wands, it can also be that you're surrounded by a lot of different options, but you're like, no, I know what I want, and you're waiting there and not taking them up on their offers because you know what you want. So I'm getting multiple different kind of messages here, so just know that it's a general reading, and if I say something that doesn't quite correspond, I'm just getting so many different like ideas from this pile. Maybe it's all going to correspond, I don't know. But then we also have the Knight of not the Knight, the King of Wands right here. And so we have so many wands, and this is somebody who's very fiery, somebody who's very passionate. So either you're a fire sign, which is Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, or maybe the person coming into your life will be Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. So the King of Wands could be somebody that, like an idea of a person that you're attracting, or it could also be you. So I'm going to go into multiple different sides of that. So if it's somebody you're attracting, you want somebody who runs their own business, makes their own schedule, is their own boss, somebody who's very confident, somebody who has their shit like put together and knows what they want, and somebody who's very powerful and they make decisions right away. They're not indecisive. They're like the decision maker. They're just like, we're doing this. I'm still spontaneous, but yet put together. They're grounded, yet spontaneous all at the same time. So you might be looking for somebody like that who's very passionate though, and like really good in bed, to be honest with you, because if we look at this card, if you guys are not of age, just like skip ahead 30 seconds. But if we look at this card, you kind of catch my drift, right? Like it's very passionate, very fiery. The King of Wands, like his staff is there. And so if you're looking for somebody who's like really passionate, has that like raw sense of like passion, that's also in this. Maybe you're just waiting for somebody who just has all of that, and you know that you want that. You know that you need somebody that is passionate, has their shit together, and is like a mature, like successful, like but yet spontaneous still type of person who gets that excitement going. The next card that we have is the New Moon in Cancer. You and your loved ones are safe. And so when we see this, it's like, just know that just because you've been through a lot, you're still safe. If you want to express something to someone, maybe because since the Nine of Wands is somebody who is like, they've been through a lot, they've been through the battles, it could be you also wanting to win somebody back. It could be wanting to fight for somebody. And so when we see this, these cards can also be indicative of maybe you've been through a relationship that is a bit rocky, but you know what you want, you see the potential, and even though you still have to work through a lot of things, maybe you're willing to fight for this relationship. And so it can also mean that as well. It doesn't mean something new is coming in. It could also be something new is coming in, but depending on what situation that you guys specifically are in, this can also specifically mean being ready to fight for what you want, and being ready to fight and do the work to get what you want and to make it work and to make it happen. So that can also be indicative of that as well. Especially when we get the New Moon in Cancer. So it can just be that as well. But we also have infinite abundance. Abundance is pouring into your life. And just so you know, you're going through a time where you can probably achieve a lot right now. You can probably do a lot. I feel like your manifesting is like on fire right now, especially with all these fire cards. And so I feel like it's a really abundant time, and you can do a lot of creation and creativity. And I feel like there's a lot of abundance that you guys are trying to attract, and you're going to eventually get there. You're going to eventually get that person who you feel complete abundance with, who you feel like you have everything on your list that you want, and you're just waiting for that perfect person. You know exactly what you want, and you're not going to settle for less. This is a person who does not settle for less. The Nine of Wands and the King of Wands, they don't settle for less whatsoever. So I feel like you're going to wait for that infinite abundance, and you will find it. You will get it. We also have Akasha. Your guidance is divinely guided. And so just know that you're being guided in the right direction to create this. Whatever you're desiring right now, you're literally being guided to that, because I feel like you're supposed to create it. You're supposed to have it. And you're being guided there right now. So just depending on your own manifestation power, it depends on how long it's going to take for you guys, but you are being divinely guided in that direction. You're being divinely guided to that, because that's what you want and deserve and desire. We also have free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. So maybe things got a little bit hectic, a little bit out of control with the Nine of Wands right here. Maybe it's been a little bit of a battle, a little bit of an upheaval. You've had to clear out blockages and certain things in yourself, and certain battles with yourself, and then certain battles with your partner. But this is all about freeing yourself and getting back control of your life. Once you have control of your life again, things will flow better, because maybe you lost control of what all the stuff that you're going through, and all the battles that you've been through, all the scars that you need to heal in yourself. But this is all about taking back control of your life, and then having that success and fighting for what you really want. Fight for what you really, really want, and you know what you want. You might have to fight for a certain relationship, or maybe you just want something new. So that is what I'm seeing for you guys, pile number 4. So I hope that made sense for you guys. All right, moving on to pile number 5. Let's find out what is next in your guys' love lives. All right, pile number 5. So this is what I'm seeing for you guys. We start off with the Three of Swords. So with this, it's like you guys have been hurt. You guys have been through a lot. Maybe something has recently happened and you feel like it's hard to open up, because when it's beside the Two of Swords, this is feeling like your heart's closed off. You don't want to open it up. You're scared to open it up. You don't want to get hurt. You're scared of being hurt again, and you just don't want that to happen. And so you almost are guarded. You almost have these walls up that you don't want to break down. You don't want to let anybody in. But maybe you do want to fall in love again, and you want that, and you keep battling with yourself. And this is why we have the Five of Wands right here. So maybe it's this constant battle of like, oh, I'm going to open myself up, and then it's like, no, you're not, too scared. The fear comes in and kind of battles with the desire. And so you have this desire, but you also have this fear, and they're like battling with each other to try and like open yourself back up, but then fear just shuts you back down. And so you're probably battling with this, and it's time to heal yourself. It's time to open that back up and really ask yourself the questions of like, is falling in love and the feeling of love worth possibly getting my heart broken again? Is it worth to love again and get hurt again? Is it worth it? Or would you rather live life just completely closed off and never having the experience of love again, and also but never getting hurt? What is more worth it to you? And ask yourself those questions, and you'll probably have to battle with yourself a little bit to open yourself back up, and things might be a little bit awkward. Maybe people come into your life and maybe you're just like, yes, but then you're also like, okay, no, have to shut it down, and it's a little bit of a battle. It feels a little bit awkward, and you can't really get things feeling smooth. Things just don't feel smooth right now. They just feel a little bit like everything's a little bit of a battle, and then there's an internal battle going on to try and open yourself up, but then also keep yourself safe. And so but you can't have both because they battle. They don't fit together, if that makes sense. Then we also have the full moon in Libra. A win-win outcome is forecast. So just so you know, you're going to win this battle, and I feel like you're going to be able to protect yourself, but then also open yourself back up. I feel like the right person, when they finally come along, will be able to make you trust, and you'll have that trust. And so you're going to have a win-win outcome just because you're able to feel protected while also opening yourself back up and allowing love to flow. So I feel like you're going to have that win-win like outcome, but it still might take a little bit of time for you guys to like really sort that out and get that going. So just so you know, love might not be coming in right away, but it's because you have to kind of deal with this a little bit first. Then we also have grounding, go deep, explore your roots. And so go back to the things that made you close yourself up. Go back to them, explore them, and ask yourself, why? Is that going to happen in every relationship? And explore it, and so you can understand it and learn from it, and so you don't have to recreate the same situation. And learn from your mistakes and how to protect yourself, but also open yourself back up and have your heart on your sleeve. But I feel like you're going to need to go back to the roots of the situation and face that situation and face those fears in order to open yourself back up. But it requires grounding, patience, and self-love in order to get to those places. Then we also have the warrior woman. If you weren't afraid, what would you do? This is super, super powerful, because if you were not afraid and you weren't closed off, what would you do? Would you open yourself back up and just be that warrior woman and face those fears head on and just say, you know what, I'm going to go for it, because falling in love again is worth the possibility that I could get my heart broken again. And be that warrior woman that just knows, like, it's worth it to me. I'm going to fight for it. I'm just going to do it. I'm going to wear my heart on my sleeve and just do it. If you weren't afraid, what would you do? If you weren't afraid, would you take up an opportunity? Would you take up a date? Would you go out and just be totally open? What would you do if you were not afraid? Ask yourself that. And then we also have the honeymoon card. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. And so when I see this, if you guys are in a relationship right now and you just don't feel like opening yourself up because of the past, and you feel like it's a little bit awkward in that relationship because it's hard to open up, go on a vacation with this person. Or if they ask you out on a date, enjoy it. Like, flirt. Feel that honeymoon bliss. It doesn't mean you have to be on a honeymoon, but just feel the bliss and just enjoy yourself and wear that heart on your sleeve and enjoy your time. Because this isn't talking about maybe literal honeymoons. This is talking about just enjoying yourself and feeling the joys of life and enjoying yourself and feeling bliss and harmony going through you. If you're not in a relationship and maybe you don't have dates coming out, maybe you're just not ready for that, this is going on a honeymoon with yourself, finding that self-love again, doing something for yourself where you feel like you can enjoy life and you can enjoy the fruits of life. You can enjoy the gifts of life, and go on that little honeymoon with yourself. Take yourself out on a little date and open yourself back up and feel the beauty that life has to offer. And so that's what I'm seeing for you guys, pile number 5. Hope that helped, and yeah, I hope amazing things come for you guys. And enjoy that self-honeymoon or that honeymoon with somebody else. Alright, so that is all for today's video. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, don't forget to give it a really big thumbs up for me and hit that subscribe button down below if you have not already. And also hit that notification bell if you guys want to be notified every time I upload videos. I upload multiple a week, and if you don't want to miss any, definitely hit that little bell to be notified every single time I upload a video. And thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys. Oh, and happy Valentine's Day. Enjoy it and have fun. And be safe out there. Love you guys. Bye.